Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CashFly at CACHEFLY.com. It's time for the Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1261 for Monday, January 10th, 2011. Sprint's Broadband ZTE Peel. The Daily GizWiz is brought to you by Ford and voice-activated sync, featuring true hands-free calling, turn-by-turn directions, 911 assist, and more. Available exclusively on Ford and Lincoln Mercury vehicles.
And now, get ready for Dick.
It's Monday! A brand new week, a brand new day, brand new year, brand new century, brand new decade, brand new Daily GizWiz. It's a brand new week and a brand new day and a brand new Daily GizWiz. It's a brand new week and a brand new day and a brand new Daily GizWiz. The worse your life, and a brand new week and a brand new day, the better we sound. It makes its own gravy. The worse your life, and a brand new day and a brand new day, the better we sound. The worse your life, the better we sound. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, Dick DeBartolo. Hey, Dickie D.
Leo, how you doing?
I'm great. I've recovered.
Yes.
I've recovered from Christmas, from New Year's, and from the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah, it's a triple pow, isn't it? A lot of work. I want to celebrate.
It's amazing that they do the CES like the week after Christmas. Could you make it a worse time? I mean, I don't understand the rationale.
I don't know why they don't push it one more week, because you almost can't get flights because so many people are still coming home from where they were.
Maybe that's the slowest week in Vegas. It probably is, right?
I bet it is.
Yeah, so they probably get a better deal on hotels and stuff, maybe.
Although, is one more week going to kill them? Does everybody say, "Oh, it's January 10th, let's go crazy, let's go"?
I wonder. I'd love to see, and of course, that the way it works in Vegas these days, nothing's seat of the pants. They got numbers for everything. So that they probably, I would love to see like the graph of how this has to be the slowest week of the year. I'm sure Christmas is a good week.
Right now it's hurting a bit.
Yeah. Well, really? You think people are not going to Vegas as much?
Not as much. I just know from some of the hotel offers that they'll send out.
Yes.
I
got a great one from the Wynn. I would love to stay at the Wynn, this brand new hotel. Yeah. It's only whatever it was. I think $50 a night. You can come to the Wynn and we'll feed you. And then it said offer excluded the week of CES. Like,
oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. The same at the Hilton. Yeah. $49 a night and 2 free show tickets, except for the first week in January.
And then it's $500 a night.
Yes,
they really get you. They really get you. Well,
where are you staying? Where did you stay?
Well, and let's be honest here. We're recording this before CES.
Yes.
But it will air after CES. It'll be the Monday after we get back. The truth is, and I have to tell you right now, Monday, January 8th, I will not be on my feet. I will be huddled under the covers with my eyes tightly shut, shivering I'm sure I'll be sick for a week.
How about Monday, January 10th?
Oh, is this the 10th? That's right. It is the 10th, isn't it? Same thing. I won't be any better. No, because we'll have finished the day before this comes out. So I'll still be recovering. In fact, I always tell my staff, if I weren't the boss, I would tell you not to come in on Monday. I usually say, if this were a different company, you'd have a week off. But it's not. Well, so get the hell in here. You really should take a week off after CES. It's just so exhausting.
It is. Yeah. It's I took a pedometer one year, and I walked 17.3 miles.
Wow.
In the 4 days.
That's amazing. That's like a marathon. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is.
And
it
I only
is-
spoke to one person. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, but you saw a lot of gadgets.
I saw a lot of stuff.
Starting Thursday of this week, we will have Dick's picks from CES.
Yeah, we'll probably do a regular. We'll probably just do a regular gadget for Friday since we'll be out there and I won't be anywhere near the
No
warehouse.
warehouse. Yeah, no warehouse.
Or unless we're very, very mean, and I find a gadget that's so ridiculous, it could be a future.
Oh, let's do
gadget.
that. Let's do this. Shit, we won't say it to the person, but if we find something that's so awful that we know that there's no way this is even coming out.
Yes. This hasn't come out yet, but when it does,
We'll call it a future, and they won't know. We'll just say it's a future gadget warehouse pick.
yeah, perfect.
Good. We'll do that on Friday.
Okay.
We're going to find something.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah. So, but meanwhile, we have a regular
now, I have
high quality
something
gadget.
that you might be interested in for your son. Now, you told me you gave your son an iPod Touch for Christmas.
Yes.
And
No,
I
not
got
my
an
son. My nephew.
Oh, your nephew.
My nephew.
Okay.
My son and daughter both have iPhones, so they don't really need a touch.
No.
But my nephew's a seventh grader. He doesn't have a cell phone, but he really wanted an iPod Touch.
Okay, so I have the Touch too. I'm loving the Touch.
Oh, it's awesome.
And a friend of mine who works for Sprint said, we just came out for something that you like a Touch. I said, yeah. She said, let me send you something for you to walk around CES with and see if you like it. And it's called the ZTE Peel. P-E-E-L from Sprint. And what that is, Leo, it looks like one of those battery cases that you put on your iPhone.
It
but
does.
It's actually a Wi-Fi hotspot.
What?
Yes, you just lay your Touch in the Wi-Fi. It doesn't even connect. It just lays in it. And then you have Wi-Fi using the Sprint 3G network wherever you go.
That's wild.
So you can surf the web. I actually installed something called Line 2 that lets you use Wi-Fi to make phone calls.
Oh, I love Line 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You should try Tango. Tango's another one. And Skype would work on that too, right?
Yes. Now, I should tell you that they came out with the Peel, I think, just before the Touch 4 was introduced.
Oh.
So with the generation 2 and 3, it actually, when you push it in, it locks into this case. Generation 4, they actually narrowed the case a touch, so it does not lock in. But since the Peel will support 2 Wi-Fi devices, you can just put this in your pocket, and when you turn on your Touch and go to Wi-Fi, one of the choices that will be seen is the ZTE Peel. And once you pair them, every time you turn on the Peel, it automatically becomes the default Wi-Fi when it's within range. So it's pretty nifty. Now, the device itself is $79, $80. And it's a little restrictive on service. You get 1 gigabyte a month for $29.95. So, as I expressed last time, I'm not quite sure
That's
what
not
a gigabyte.
Lot. Yeah.
A gigabyte is not.
You're going to go through that pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
That's more expensive. That's odd because that's more expensive than a 3G plan would be. Like for
I guess what you're really paying for then is convenience. Although, well, you could get a 3G. How would you get 3G?
You'd have to get a MiFi. So basically, they're selling. It's like I think that's like a MiFi, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it does use the 3G network. That makes sense to create Wi-Fi. So you could carry a MiFi card in your pocket. You know, if you get one from Virgin Wireless, Virgin Mobile,
right?
$40 for unlimited a month.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting. Do they say what network they're using?
It's Sprint.
It is Sprint. Is it 4G or just 3G?
It's just 3G. It's branded.
I guess you're paying for the convenience of having that little wrapper, right?
I think so, because the wrapper, if you have especially if you have the second and third generation where it physically locks in, you can actually be using this as a hard case. You know, if you put a screen protector on the front, you're carrying the hard case and Wi-Fi.
It's convenient. It's convenient. It's convenient. Yeah. And Virgin Mobile uses the Sprint network, so you would have exactly the same connectivity, but without a case.
For $10 more, but unlimited.
Unlimited.
Wow.
True unlimited.
Wow. Okay.
So what's this called again?
ZTE Peel.
Now that I know I don't want it.
Okay, the Sprint Peel.
Sprint?
ZTE Peel. P-E-E-L.
And is it Sprint that sells it, or?
It's Sprint. It's on the Sprint website.
Well, that's interesting. So they must make this comparable to their other Sprint devices.
Yeah. And as I said, it will support 2 devices so that if I'm traveling anywhere, Dennis has a touch, he can piggyback off the same device.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
And you charge them separately. It has its own battery.
And you need to also have a 3, not a 4. Are they going to do a? They're going to do a 4 though. At some point.
I said, are you announcing a 4 at the show? And she said, well, we can't say anything now what we're doing. So it's entirely possible. Well, my guess is that if this is selling, there'll be a 4 very quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So my only negative would be the price.
Yeah.
And I would investigate more. Seems like a gigabyte's not a lot. You go through that so fast.
Yeah.
All these companies are charging more for their bandwidth than they used to. Everybody. Hey, this though, and by the way, is one of the neat features in many of the new Fords.
Yes.
If you have tethering on your phone, you get in the car and now you've got Wi-Fi in the car because the phone connects to the Ford Sync. And then the Ford Sync puts Wi-Fi in the car. Isn't that great? Or you could get a 3G modem, plug it into the USB port of the Ford Sync. I think it's my Ford Touch that does this. And then my Ford Touch. And then you get Wi-Fi in the car, which I think is a great...
Wow.
Ford's they're very, very forward-thinking. That's why I love them. We want to thank them for coming back and being a part of our network for 2011. In fact... They supported our trip to Vegas. We wouldn't have been able to do the CES coverage without support from sponsors like Ford. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies at Ford. I'm a big fan of the Ford Sync. I mean, it's kind of an easy one for me to do ads for because I have it in my 2010 Mustang, and it works so well. You get in the car, one of the nice things about Ford Sync is you can pair with multiple phones. So, as you know, I have more than one cell phone. So all of them, and you can say this one's the default, but you can have the audio paired to, for instance, I had the audio paired to the iPad because that's got Bluetooth, and the phone paired to my Nexus S, and I'm doing both. So you have phone calls through the phone and audio coming from an iPod Touch or any Bluetooth device, which is very cool. When you've got the phone connected, there's some really nice features. The 911 automatically calls 911 if your airbags are deployed, sends them the GPS coordinates. See, the Ford Sync has GPS built into it. That's why it can do the turn-by-turn directions. It can give you traffic reports, sports scores, all without taking your hands off the wheel or your eyes off the road. You just press the button, say, I want scores. It's got I love it. If you're playing fantasy football this year, or fantasy basketball, it has built-in fantasy information. So I know that some of you play these fantasy sports. You just got to keep up to date, right? So it's a Sunday afternoon. You want to know how'd your guy do? You press the button and you can tell it. Give me the fantasy results. It's just fantastic. Of course, great for playing music, playing phone, making phone calls. You just talk to it and tell it what you want to do. And on some devices, including my Droid X and the Windows Phone 7, when a text comes in, it notifies you and it will read it to you. And then you have canned responses you can send back. I love it. I love it. I know you will too. If you want to find out more, there's 2 ways to go. You can go to the website, syncmyridepodcast.com, syncmyridepodcast.com, or go to your favorite Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury dealer and say, hey, I'd like to test drive the Ford Sync. You get to drive a car at the same time too, one of those great Fiestas or the Edge or the Escape or the Fusion, the new Ford Focus. They're all there at your Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury dealers. SyncMyRidePodcast.com. And now, this is it. A letter to the GizWiz.
And the letter reads from Sean M. Model. That's his last name, Model. M-O-D-E-L.
I wonder if he's this year's model?
Last year's model. I've been following you for years, and my wife only knows 2 people on TWiT. You and Leo, and she loves you both, I might add.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. That's all you need. I just got my iPod delivered today, 12/27/10. About a month or so ago, you recommended a fancy clock app for the iPad, but I forgot the name of it. I'm almost 67. I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
I know the
let
feeling.
alone a clock app from a month ago.
Yeah.
Would you please refresh my memory as to the name of that app? And as soon as you're back live on TWiT, I'll be there.
Oh.
Signed, Sean.
You know, I didn't realize we're recording New Year's Day, and I think a lot of people didn't realize we would be live because I see people keeping coming into the chat room saying, "What? They're live? We're back?"
Oh, yeah. It's all the other Saturdays we're not.
Yeah. No.
We're never live.
So is he talking about something I might have talked about?
Yeah, yes, because I don't have an iPad. So did you talk about a fancy clock
I
app?
did. I talked about a number of different fancy clock apps. So I'm not sure which one he's talking about. Let me take a look. In fact, I have a whole clocks folder. So there's a couple of possibilities. This is the Mega Weather Clock, which is the same clock as the one.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it's right over my shoulder. Somebody wrote an app, and I love it. In fact, one of the things I like about the new version of this particular app is you could set an alarm to wake you up to TWiT. So it's got weather forecasts in here. It's got the time. If you hit the I button and you go to alarm, you can set the alarm to do radio. And then you go back and you say, here's the internet radio I want, and built right into it, TWiT Live automatically. So I love that. In fact, they really only have 2 different shows unless you do the in-app application purchase. But the free ones are my show, TWiT Live, which is what you're listening to now if you're listening live, and Rob Walsh's Today in iOS, which makes sense because this is all about the iPad.
What's the name of that app? Because I could get that from my
Isn't that great?
Touch.
Yes, you could. It looks great on the Touch. This is both Touch and iPad. Mega Weather Clock. Now, this isn't that fancy. I'm wondering, and actually it looks like I've taken it off. There was a really great clock that was an observatory clock that Andy Ihnatko recommended on. And I think I took it off. I'll have to find it in the iTunes store. Unfortunately, Andy Ihnatko recommended on our Mac Break Weekly show. Actually, I should put it on here because I'm going to go on the Mac Mania cruise for the month of February. I should mention
the entire month?
Pretty much.
Oh, my word.
Tom Merritt will be hosting the show with you the first 3 Saturdays in February. I should have mentioned that.
Are you going for? Oh, wow.
I'm going February 1st through the 21st.
Holy
Hey, you go to South America, it's a long way.
That's true.
I'm going to Antarctica, too. Maybe I'll do some recordings and send them up to you. But anyway, one of the lectures I'm giving on the cruise is 60 free apps for the iPhone and the iPad. And so I've got to put some of these great clock apps that are free back on. Mega Weather Clock, I think, is 99 cents. And I'm finding it's called Emerald Observatory. That's the fancy one. And I probably can't put it on in time because, frankly, it's so big. But it's beautiful. I didn't leave it on here because it doesn't have a lot of uses. It's just a beautiful clock, and it shows you, things like the moon and so forth. Let me see if I can find the Emerald Observatory. 99 cents. It looks like it's iPad only, yeah. But it is a beautiful application. So I'm not sure which he's talking about, Mega Weather Clock or this. This is gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. And it has alarms and some other things. Well worth buying. I'll download it because I really should have it for my lecture on the cruise, because it's not free, though. You know, I was trying to only do free stuff, but this is pretty good. It's 99 cents. That's close enough to free.
Oh, yeah, 99 cents is, I could buy 5 of those, 5 gift cards.
With your gift card. Yeah, think about it that way.
Yeah.
So, thank you for the email.
Okay, Sean, we're not exactly what you meant.
I think that's 2 things. I mean, look, I'm old, too. I forgot. So, those are 2 clocks I've talked about.
So there you go. There you go.
Could
what
be
more
others.
Do you want?
That's
we can just tell we already told him, and he won't remember that we didn't. So
well, do you remember that they used to sell that? It was thousands of dollars. That clock that would show the Terminator line, which slide along as night and day. It would slide along the clock.
Yes,
remember that?
Yes. I think that was a Hemmica Schlemmer kind of item.
Yeah, it was I can't remember. It was thousands and thousands of dollars. So, and it was cool. You'd put it on the wall, and you'd see what time it is locally, but you could see anywhere in the world, whether they were night or day, you know, what time it is and so forth. You can get like that on the iPhone, the iPad, you know, 99 cents. Same thing. So, you know, there you go.
It is amazing. Yeah. It is amazing.
So I downloaded it. There's the Emerald Observatory clock. Watch, this is the best part, when it sets it to the actual time. Let's see.
Maybe this is it, because I remember, I think you demonstrated this, and you said, watch the hand set the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then this would be it.
I think this might be it.
Emerald Observatory. It has an eclipse simulator. This is new. I didn't see that last time. The equation of time. It's just a silly thing. There's the moon phase. Here's that clock that I was talking about that shows the Terminator line, the night line. It's on here, so you can see, you know, where the night sky is. Yeah. It's a pretty nice little clock. I like it. And it has alarms and so forth and so on. All right, Dick, out of time. Tomorrow it's my turn.
I can hardly wait. You have something really exciting?
I have something that you can use on your iPod Touch. It is something absolutely free, including hardware, that will make you money.
Well, I'll be
DAILY. It's the daily